Ooh,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Connor.
Do now that you've had a chance to see the tape and kind of digest things a little bit, what went wrong defensively?
From what we can see, definitely a lot of missed tackles. You know, that's something that we emphasized big on last week. We had to make tackles on the two backs and on the quarterback, and we had plenty of opportunities, and we did not capitalize on. And then from what I could see, from what we saw, was a bunch of blown coverages. You know what I mean? I guess we wasn't really focused on what we needed to do on the field together as a unit. You know, the D line. I feel like one thing I feel like everybody played their heart out. You know, but it wasn't enough. You know, when you play a team like North Carolina, you gotta have more than just playing your heart out. You really gotta give everything. You know, that's when two good teams like that go head to head. You know, it's whoever wants it more at the end.
You have any idea why the focus wasn't all the way there? Was it just coming off the off week, kind of get you in a malaise? Like, what was the deal there?
To be honest, it was. I've been trying to figure it out myself for a minute now. You know, it's kind of tough. You know, I felt like our preparation all week was really good. Guys were locked in, focused, knew what they was doing. You know, and I mean, uh, I can't really tell you at the moment like what happened, why the focus wasn't really there as much as we needed it to be.
How do you address it with the other guys? I mean, is it something that you guys talked about Saturday after the game and then Sunday, and then it's been forgotten since then?
I mean, Coach Clausen always has a rule that when we win, we celebrate for 24 hours. When we lose, we mourn for 24 hours, and 24 hours has been up. You know, we addressed the issues on Sunday and talked about that what we had to fix, and now we put it in the past and we're looking forward to Duke, and we're trying to get ourselves refocused and ready to go again, and to prepare ourselves because this is a big game coming up for us. You know, in state rivalry. You know, and we got to win this one.
So would you say that the mindset of the team is in a good place moving forward, getting ready to play Duke?
Absolutely. I felt like today's practice was good. You know, a lot of the young guys who needed to step up, you know, like Coach Carlson said today, it was very encouraging. They really stepped up. They was focused and it was focused, and they was making plays, you know, they was running our offense and defense pretty well. So I feel like the focus of everybody is here. You know, nobody's giving up on the season. I mean, it was a big loss on last Saturday, but I feel like everybody. That's what happens when you play all ACC conference schedule. You know, it's you're gonna have your ups and downs. And the good thing about our guys this year is like everybody knows that, and because we've been down before in the beginning of the season, and we picked it right up. You know, we went on that win streak that we went on. Now we got to pick ourselves back up. You know, and dust it off.
Looking at the
Something
tape
else.
from
Go ahead.
Saturday, was that something of like a gut check, kind of to bring y'all back to that mindset of we got to play, a complete game?
Yeah, I absolutely, especially at the end, because that was a feeling that nobody wanted to feel at the end of that game. You know, no team ever wants to feel a feeling like that. You know, it snapped us back into reality to say this is a hard schedule. Like every game that we play, we have to bring our A game. Even with Duke, it don't matter what their record is because they're a team that is filled with talented players. If we come out playing like how we did last Saturday, Duke is gonna beat us. But we have to come out playing like how we did in the first half of that UNC game, but finish all the way through.
You mentioned that first half where you guys played well. In the midway through the third quarter, you got up by 21. Do you think guys kind of relaxed possibly and kind of lost that focus?
There's a possibility in there. I guess guys, I guess we was up by so much. We just probably felt like, okay, if we time manage this right, we probably can just run the clock out and and win this game. But like I said, when you play a team like UNC, you just can't relax on either side of the ball. It doesn't matter. You have to keep your foot on the gas and just keep going. You know, And I felt like I can only speak for the defense because I'm not gonna speak on the offense. You know, I only control what my guys on my side of the field do. You know what I mean? And the offense, they played their hearts out. You know, and we're very proud of them. You know what I mean? And us too. But there's definitely yeah, that's a hard one.
Sue, did part of the shock that came with Saturday, was that tied to how well you guys had played in October? Like, you guys had put together 4, I thought, pretty good games of defensive football.
Absolutely. You know, losing to Clemson and then losing to NC State, it was just like, what are we doing here? We've sacrificed so much to come back for this season. We can't let it all go to waste and have a losing record. Like we have to pick this up. We've put in too much work for it to go down the way. If it goes down this way, we can't. We have to finish hard, you know. And I believe that guys were still in that mindset. We just needed a reminder, and that UNC game was the reminder that we need. And I believe from now on, we know that our last couple of games are gonna be tough, very tough, and we're gonna have to bring it, you know. And we can't play the way we did against UNC, against the rest of the teams on the schedule.
Philemon, I apologize if it was asked before I joined the call, but do you have any thoughts on the jumbling of the schedule that occurred yesterday, and now having to go on the road 4 straight weeks, you know, head to Duke this week and head to Louisville? Or are you guys just in a vacuum and just completely focused on Duke?
Absolutely. Right now, we can only control what we can control. You know, we can't look forward to, oh, Miami, they flipped this. No, because then we start thinking about all that. We're going to lose focus on the opponent this week. So right now, we're strictly focused on Duke. I mean, Coach Clausen has let us know what has happened, but that's it. That is it. We're going to leave that at what it is, and we're going to focus on Duke, and because this is a big game for us, and we need this win.
Anything else for Suleiman?
Sue, does losing to State and Carolina kind of heighten the team's intensity level this week for an in-state rival that you need this one to avoid a 0-3 against the in-state ACC teams?
I know for me personally, definitely, especially, I mean, coming off of last year, we beat all the in-state teams, you know, and then losing the 2 is just like, oh, that hurts. But I feel like I said, like today's practice was very focused, and guys were like really locked in and knew what they was doing, and we're making sure that we're getting prepared, you know. So I feel like losing that game is really just it has focused us in that we gotta win this Duke game.
You guys good?
Thanks, Sue.
All right, thanks, guys. Next, we'll have Taylor Morn. Anybody else need recording, or is everybody else good here?
Can I have recording
Yep, thanks. Perfect. All right, so we will get Taylor here and we'll open it up for questions as soon as you guys are ready.
Hey,
So,
good morning, Taylor. Go ahead, Eddie.
Hey, Taylor, just talked to Suleiman and he was talking about how focused practice was today for the offense. Did you feel that focus on that side of the ball as well?
Absolutely. We're ready to rebound and get after Duke. It's coming Saturday.
For the offense, looking at the tape, what did you see, were some of the mistakes that you guys made, especially in the second half against Carolina?
I wouldn't say there was like anything specifically that really stood out to us. I think just towards the end, we got to convert. We got to get our defense off the field. Somehow, and their offense was starting to get on a roll. And we need to keep the ball out of their hands. And many people might say that it was on the defense, but it's just as much. We're just as responsible on the offensive side of the ball as they are. So we got to get a couple more conversions and keep the ball out of UNC's offense's hands.
How ready is the team to get back on the field after, the disappointment in that loss against Carolina?
Definitely anxious. We know that was a tough loss on Saturday. I mean, given they're a really good team, but that one hurt, that's for sure. And we're excited to get back out there. Anxious is probably the word I'd use, because we know we can fix the mistakes we made down towards the end of the game last Saturday.
Taylor, how much time last week during practice were you able to work on some of the outside receiver stuff that you were asked to do late in the game?
That's kind of, all year. It's something that I've been, so it wasn't necessarily just last week, but so all year I've been focused on learning both positions just in the event that we need it. And whatever the team needs, that's something that I try to stay ready and be able to do on a daily basis.
Given the fact that you and Ja'Cory have been two of the more reliable targets thus far this season, do you expect to be out on the field alongside with him, maybe a little bit more down the stretch?
It's whatever the coaches got in store for us. Whenever my number's called, I'm ready to go out there and try to do what I can to help the team win.
What are the differences for you in terms of what's the biggest difference between lining up for you at the outside than in the slot? What do you have to look at differently? What do you have to be more prepared for? Those type of things.
So on the outside, you get a little bit more press coverage, so you need to work more releases, whereas in the slot, you got 3 to 4 yards of cushion typically between your guys. So probably say the physicality and just getting off the ball is the main thing.
Taylor, without giving away the farm here, is that something that you're looking at doing more of in future games this year?
Like I said before, it's whatever the coaches got planned for us and whatever the team needs.
We obviously don't get to see practice, but is Keyshawn Williams' development behind you and Ja'Cory kind of allow you to have some more flexibility?
Absolutely. Keyshawn's a good player, and not only Keyshawn, but we also got some guys. We got some depth on the outside as well. So I think we're ready to roll. We got some younger guys that are ready to step up.
How many times have you admired your catch down the right sideline?
A couple of times. I wouldn't say some. It's definitely not something that we lost. So I'm kind of more focused on the other things that I could work on. It's definitely nice to look back and see that I made a big play, but then again, gotta keep moving forward and trying to figure out how to get better.
What were the keys to you kind of pulling that in amongst the double coverage there? It didn't really look like it was a plausible rep for you, really.
To be honest, I didn't even realize that it was double coverage until I came off to the sideline. I thought it was just me and the nickel, so I thought I was just going up one-on-one for a jump ball, and then I don't even know what I was thinking, but I guess the corner fell off on the outside, and he tried to make a play on the ball as well. So in the moment, I thought it was just one-on-one, but Sam did a good job, and he had some confidence in me, so Gotta make them right.
You telling us basically it looked harder than it was? Is that the gist here?
You could say that. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's definitely something that I feel like all of our receivers can do. It's not just me.
Taylor, when you look at this receiving core and how young you guys are as a group, but when you look to the future, even though you're focused on next game or next practice, there's got to be a sense of excitement, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every day is a new challenge, and we're all looking to learn and all looking to get better in one way or the other. So.
Anything else for Taylor? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And we'll get Sean McGinn on here. And let's see, everybody else has recording on here. Perfect. And then we'll open it up for questions as soon as you guys are ready.
Hey, Sean,
Hey,
you tilt that camera down just a touch, buddy.
yep, my bad.
That's good.
Is that good?
Perfect, man. Perfect. Practice today. Good practice.
Yeah, I would say so. Clausen said it to us this morning in team meeting. The game's behind us. We got Duke this week, and just got to focus on Duke now. We can't fix the past. What we can do is just study the film, learn from what we did wrong, and just prepare for this week. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely good practice, and the heads were up and guys were moving around. So
When you look at Duke, what are some of the challenges? Have you been able to look at them, a lot of tape on them yet? Or,
Oh yeah. We already started. They're a lot better than what their record shows. They're 2-6, but they were 1-score game, fourth quarter against Notre Dame, close game with Boston College, Virginia Tech, Virginia. So, they're a good team. They got a good defense. They got a lot of good defensive ends. The D line is just really physical in general. So we know this is a good football team, and if we just look at the record, we're gonna get beat. So, we can't sleep on them, I guess.
Sean, I know you guys mix and match different parts of the offensive line based on who might be out, so I'm curious. Center was not that foreign to you on Saturday?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been preparing all year, really. I'm the second string center. So when Jerks went down because of a concussion, it was just next man up. And Taleni stepped up huge for us at right guard. Loic did an awesome job transitioning from right to left. That's really not easy. You could say it's just guard to guard, but it's like a lot mentally to switch from right to left. And then, playing center, that was a big deal for me. I was really excited to play center. I think it's an important role in the offense, and I thought we did a great job as an offensive line Saturday.
You guys probably had more under center snaps with Sam's down about the goal line at the end of the half, and then Taylor's little QB sneak surprise, right? Like those are.
Yeah, those weren't that fun. They knew exactly what we were doing, and 51 might have been the best defensive lineman we've gone up against this year, and he knew exactly what I was doing. And it was just kind of this tighten up the chin strap, bite down on the mouthpiece. So, but yeah.
So I guess what you're also telling me is once Juergens is back in, you're going to be happy to go back to guard.
Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say Jerks does a great job, and it was fun for a week. But if I have to do it this week, if he's not ready to go, I'll step up for us again, you know? So I'm willing to do whatever this offense needs me to do. But yeah, I would say center was fun, but you know, left guard, I enjoyed it a little bit more.
Do you have, Sean, do you have any opinion or thoughts on the jumbling of the schedule that occurred yesterday? You know, now you guys have 4 road games in a row. It sounds like a pretty rough, tough deal.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Just looking at Georgia Tech, Miami, them playing on December 19th was just eye-opening to me. You know, playing that late, regular season games that late was it's definitely weird to see that. But you know, it's whatever. We'll adapt. We'll adjust. Road games. I mean, it's just traveling is not that big of a deal for us, really. So, I mean, no fans either. So it's not like it's a huge advantage for Miami. So it's whatever. Just 1 week at a time. Right now we got Duke, and then next Louisville, and then next Miami. So we don't really care, to be honest. We'll just play wherever, as long as we're playing. That's all that matters.
Sean, is there a heightened focus to this in-state ACC game, having already lost to the other 2 that you beat last year?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say we all have a bad taste in our mouth, and we just want to play Duke. Yeah, just losing to NC State and UNC like that, it's heartbreaking, and you get sick of it at a certain point. I think we're fed up, and we know what this team is capable of, and if we can just concentrate and execute for 4 quarters, we can beat anybody in the country, honestly. So we're excited, and we just want to play Duke. We're itching to go Saturday.
Was Saturday a difficult game to evaluate offensively? Because you guys put up 53 points, you put up 600 yards of offense. You'd think, I mean, obviously those are good numbers, but then you look at it, you had 45 points midway through the third quarter and didn't put up any more points until the 2-minute drill at the end. Does that make things a little harder to evaluate there?
I mean, I wouldn't really say so. I mean, yeah, we did good in the first 3 quarters, but if you look at that fourth quarter, we were downright terrible, to be honest. I mean, we just 3 and out, 4 and out, like 6-play drive, punt. Like, we got to be better than that. We knew UNC was going to come back with that offense. I mean, it's not the defense's fault, to be honest. I mean, they did the best they could. They played their heart out. We understood that. And we knew we had to step up, and we just didn't execute. And that's what hurts. We just didn't finish. And, you know, we got that bad taste in our mouth, like I said. And this week we want to go out and prove that we can finish in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, it's a big focus for us.
Anything else for Sean? All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sean.
Sean.
Yep, thanks, Sean. Thanks, guys. And I'll make sure everybody gets that recording if they didn't have a chance to.